I'm a minute early. Um, I um, I am Zach. I do art, and this is my first live stream. Um, I have a little buddy here to help me out. She's a little sheep girly. Um, though it could be a little boy. Who knows? Something non-binary like myself. But we are starting our live. What I'm going to be doing is this portrait here. I started him a long time ago. I started doing like portraits of the Organization 13 characters, and I got about two done. I got two done, and I used them as like promotional material for my fanfiction. But here I want to do all of them. I want to do all Organization 13 members because I have like line arts, like little sketch line arts of them. Everyone from like Zemnis to Xion. And I thought maybe they could. I tried coloring them, but they just didn't really. They didn't really work out. They came out muddy. I wasn't like as talented anymore. Or I wasn't as talented yet. But since I started doing black and white, I don't have to worry about the colors. Really what gets me is like the values. So it's like helping me train my values anyway. And I wanted to do kind of like a rougher look to them. So I'm using like this dry gouache and all sorts of things. Instead of just like my line art pen and my markers and such. Alright, so first what I want to get down is maybe like his hair. And then I want to do the eyes because let me see. So I have a good map of his hair here. But his hair's supposed to be like white and his skin's dark. So let me when I tried doing I guess Cyax is one that I did before. His hair is light and his skin is so the tones, like I said I was working on, one just came out kind of sandy, in what I mean is like it was all kind of the same color. There we go, he's a little darker now. He came out sandy. So I want to have a lot of contrast in this one. Where Zemnis, his dark skin does show as dark skin and his white hair does show as white hair. So let's do that. And I'll make a new layer so that I can work on his hair. But yeah, I jumped right into it, but I have been streaming my art. Not just wanting to stream my art, but I have been streaming my art. But the way I've been streaming it has been like setting up my phone to record my laptop screen while I put it on live on Instagram. So I took the jump. I got myself set up with an actual screen recording app and Twitch, you know. I have an artist friend who has done enough on Twitch where they get to go as an artist to TwitchCon, and that would be a really cool goal of mine. I want to start going to conventions outside of El Paso. This is fun. I just get to color this part just to make sure it's all in. Yeah, I want to expand myself a little bit, especially since the convention scene in El Paso is it's there. There are some places that don't have a convention scene, so there's that. But I think everybody I've been made to meet here in El Paso has been met. Um, and I wanna experience a little bit more out there. I think I was able to go all the way out to Lubbock Con one time, and that was really cool. Otherwise, I haven't vended outside of El Paso, and that'll be a goal that I'm working towards, um, for sure. Where did I start with this? Yes, I have a friend who streams on Twitch, and I wanted to upgrade from pointing my camera at my screen to something a little higher quality. So I have now you can watch my screen directly, nothing's cut off, everything's crystal clear. I even have, yeah, like I said, I got the VTube Studio, and this little sheepy person it was free on there by creators, but I want to I have designed my own character to accompany me, um, and hopefully I can get it commissioned into a VTube model. Oops, what did I just do? What did I just do? I can't even. There we go. Last time I moved that line, I couldn't even Control Z it away. All right, so right now his hair's looking. It's there. I'll tell you that right now. His hair is there, and that's definitely what we want. Before we add all like the highlights and stuff. There we go. And then I get to do the other side. What am I? I'm not even doing this on the... Oh, oops. I wasn't even drawing on my hair layer. I was drawing on the background layer. So let me go ahead and fix that really quick. Yeah, that's a little different. Merge with layer below, and because this is not... this isn't transparent. It blended with the white background. So what I'm gonna do here is go to, and this is a trick I use with like digitizing my sketches for line art and digitalization. I go to convert brightness to opacity, and it'll make all that white transparent, and then all the dark parts will stay dark. So there we go. I have some of the hair drawn. Yeah, I have some of the hair drawn on like the base, and then the rest of the hair drawn on my layer. I'll wind up combining them anyway, but I'm already off to a little all over the place of a start. But I mean, it comes with the territory, drawing on the wrong layer. Oh, there we go. See, at least now it's not like super dark like this strand was a second ago. The more pressure I put on it, the lighter it becomes. So that'll be great for later. For rendering it. Oops. There you go. See, I get that red line. I don't know what it is. I think it's like a boundary. When I'm throwing down my my strokes, I wind up catching it from the top here. Okay, he's got his little ear sticking out. Bro, again, how did I do this? Again, I'm drawing on like the layer behind everything. Okay, I'm actually gonna Control Z. Yeah, and get back to the layer it's supposed to be on. There we go. Now it's opaque. Now it's nice and covers everything. And this shade of gray is almost the exact same shade as his ear, which needed to be darkened. I don't know why it didn't get like darker with the luminosity layer. Luminosity. What is it? Is it luminosity? I feel like that's the name of the... It is luminosity! When I said it out loud, y'all know that program that makes you not super smart, but it exercises your brain. I was kind of thinking of that. I draw by myself so much. This is the first time I am truly drawing with friends and followers, the like. Dreamers. But saying luminosity out loud for one of the first times got me. Interesting. Let's make this brush a little bigger. Get those big pieces down. It's been a while since I've worked on these portraits. I'm gonna have to relearn kind of what brushes I was using at what opacity, what strokes where, because I have Lexius and I have Zexion, and I think I did Cyax. But, oh my gosh, the Lexius was, I think, the most recent, and he came out amazing. He is my favorite, which is interesting, because Lexius isn't much of a front-performing character, I'd say. He's definitely not really a fan favorite. But the people who do like him know what they like. But I'm really happy that he came out as well as he did. It made a lot of Lexius fans very happy. Okay, let's see. I'm gonna expand. Should I expand the skin over here? Because that's like the end of his jaw. Let's do at least this part I'll cover. But this part up here is like the corner of his brow. So I'll take that over there. I'll take this skin up. There we go. Very nice. At least his hair's down. The flats of his hair. I kind of want to improve his face before I move back to the hair. Oh, at the very least, let me turn off the sketch. Turn off the sketch layer. There we go. Now we know what we're working with. Yeah, okay, let's do his face a little more so he doesn't look too muddy. He looks less like himself. I'm gonna pull up a quick photo of him. Semnus? Ah, I see. He's got a little bit more definition in his eyes. At the very least. Not his eyes. His bangs, which cover his eyes. Yes. Alright, so let's see. So we're going to go back to the hair layer. And we're going to put some stark shapes. There we go. That already looks like him. We're going to do that one. We're going to do... Did my pen sensitivity broke for a sec? There we go. Let's see. I kind of want his bangs coming off, like, to the side, because his head is leaning. But he looks quite depressed, and I know he is the embodiment of depression. But let me think of how to open his face up a little more. Let's do less on this side. Here we go. And on this side, we'll just do that one hair piece, or maybe two. There we go. His face is a little more open now. And he still looks like himself. All we have to do is bring the skin back up over here. Give him a bigger forehead. There we go. All right. Do I like this piece right in front of his eye? Because I already have a piece in front of his eye. You know what? I'm gonna make this piece longer and... Nope, that touches his nose. Haha. Okay, shorter then. I accidentally make the hair like really soft looking, but they're Kingdom Hearts characters. They're all spikes and hair gel. There we go. I'll add a little bit more definition to the hair, but for now we're gonna go on in and update. We're gonna where is this? There it is. Why is there a third layer? I'm just gonna combine it with the skin. Yeah, because the under eyelid that I drew initially once I started this stream, it was on a different layer for some reason. Alright, I see that I have the forehead a little bit of a gap here when I was adding it. So let's repair his skin, let's give him plastic surgery. Awesome. And our favorite tool uh for these guys is gonna be, well, not blender. It's gonna be a blender though. Not necessarily that blender. Yes. Let's use the Painterly blender. I think as I do more streams and work on these portraits a little more, like I said, I'll get back into the hang of drawing these semi like cartoon realism portraits. Because I did stop drawing them for a while, and I lost my edge. I was doing too many stickers and things, but now I can expand myself, my skills, like I'm supposed to as an artist. I got really good at them for a while. Like I said, Lexius, oh, he came out amazing. Sayax, I feel like Sayax's proportions could have used work, but I like the highlighting I did on his scar, like on his head. And then Xemnas is just, well, he's just a work in progress for now. We'll see. We'll see when we see. Yeah. I made his forehead dent a little too denty. Oops. Let's see. Gauche, dry gouache, gouache. I don't want this to be, yeah, there we go. I don't want it to be darker. There we go. I just have to apply a little more pressure. I'm just gonna blend it out. Yeah, that's better. Much better. Okay. Let's get all these little places that we didn't get before. So right over here, right over there. Oh, my model was she's a free model that I got on the VTube Studio app. When you connect it to your Steam account, you can look through a couple of different models that people have uploaded. I didn't want they give you like a couple of default ones, but I was not a fan. So I searched, did a little clicking around, and I got this really cute sheepy, and they'll just be my placeholder until I get to commission one of my own. Like, of course, you gotta save money for those commissions, and I'm down to do it. They don't have a name; they're just Sheep Girl. But I'd love to come up with one. Placeholder numero uno. There we go. All right. Now that his skin is patched up, we're going to give him some light eyebrows, since he does have white hair. She is adorable. They have a couple that like are super simple, super default, but I lucked out with finding this one for sure. But since she is one of the free ones that you can find online, you might see her around other places. Who knows? This is my first ever live stream, so yeah, it's fair that I'd have like a free sample model. She's really cute. She'll take me a long way for sure. All right, let's see these. Yeah, I like that eyebrow. it's glowing, and that will set the highlights for the hair as well. Yes, this is before my streams were like I would take out my phone and I would point my camera at the laptop screen and just call that Instagram live. That's my live stream. Now you can see everything. The quality's higher. You can hear me a lot better. At this point, I've been doing art seriously since I was 11, and I'm 28 now, turning 29 next month. 11 is when I was like, I want to do art, and I think Kingdom Hearts is part of the reason. I definitely got started drawing Kingdom Hearts character like portraits. But it wasn't until I was like 16 where I was like, okay, it's not like a serious hobby. It's like something I want to do. I was at like my local comic convention when I understood like I want to be where these guys are. And now I am. I go to comic conventions, conventions. I go to the ones in my local area, with hopes of expanding. And I am expanding. So like I've done just this week, I've set up my Ko-fi, my Twitch, my Linktree, my online shop. Like I want to be super serious about it, and I think I'm on my way for sure. This was a super monumentous, like a milestone for me as an artist. I want to expand my reach, meet more people. I'm not even. I just love the community. It's so good. I do cosplay. Yeah. Lately, I've just gotten into kind of like outfits to wear at my booth. So I'll wear like maid dresses or Lolita inspired fits. I used to cosplay a lot of different characters, but I think that was before I was doing like my table and I had more time to invest in cosplay. Now when I go to conventions, if I'm there as an artist, I invest more time in my art and preparing for that with my inventory and whatnot. If you follow me on Instagram, you can see a couple of my cosplay pop up here and there. I'm trying to get more of my face onto my Instagram, than just being kind of like a faceless artist. I want to be like, hey, with a little video, kind of show my face in there, be like, this is what I'm wearing today. You can find me over here. But I'm having a good time at cons lately, so I actually ordered one cosplay of a character that I've been wanting to do for a while, and he'll be my first character in, gosh, years now, and my first male character in also years. I usually cosplay like maid dresses and cute things, but this time I'm doing Scaramouche from Genshin Impact. I really like his hat. I love his story, so I'm excited. I think if you pace yourself, doing art for these events isn't too crazy. The event itself can be a lot, just because there's a lot of people. I don't run out of battery when there's people. I'm an extrovert, so I get more energy when people are talking to me and when they come up and engage. But I think that goes hand in hand with like what gets me the most is standing. I cannot sit down. I am so restless. So I tend to stand a lot and lock my knees. So I get tired by the end of the day. And especially by the end of the weekend. But I just gotta sit. I gotta drink my water. I gotta learn to pace myself. Because I pace myself outside of the convention with creating. I don't burn myself out or do really long nights. So I should learn to do that at the con. And I thank you for being my first. I don't know, like someone who's engaging with me and my chat, my content. I really appreciate it. I could have talked to myself all night, but a real person is nice too. So I'm shading in his eyes here right now just to give him a little bit of definition. But Xemnas' eyes... No! No, you're the first one ever! Congratulations! I wish I could give you a free little sticker or something. But now a lot of my content is online. If people are nice to me at my table, I give them freebies. And I think one of the popular things at my convention hometown is to give like little ducks. Little tiny like acrylic plastic ducks or things like that. I got into there are these like clown beads. They're like wooden beads with clown faces painted on them, and I've done those for freebies. I love trinket trading. Are you kidding me? And then I love like building communities. So like I want to get into artist trading cards. I have like a little sign at my booth that says like, "Hey, are you a vendor? If you are, let's trade." And at the end of like Sunday, it's like all the artists you've met and gotten to know over the weekend. They're pretty open to like trading like stickers and things like that. And I just add them to my little my little collection of what's the word? Sentimental items. Yes, I have lots of sentimental trinket trading thingies. Yes, awesome. Okay, let me double check his eyes by like zooming out. They don't look bad. This one's a little wonky. Let's add more on that outer corner. But yeah, like I said, I'm just an artist in my own community right now. So I'm trying to encourage community by like trading, introducing artist cards. Thank you so much. I try, and this is one of my fancier styles. This portraiture stuff. I don't tend to always draw this fancy. Sometimes I'll do simple, line art color blocking, or mainly for my stickers. There we go. He's got a little tear duct. This one too, a little tear duct. There we go. And I've got a little bit of a cold, so if I do sound congested, that is why. All right, so since his eyes are gold, we are going to get a little bit lighter in the center. There we go, and I accidentally did that at the bottom, so that's going to be our eye shine. I've got a little bit of a different eye shine going on for all the characters. Right, we're gonna do the other one. Yeah, I like doing stickers too. I have an entire like pride line of Labubus, and I think I have maybe like 16 pride flags. But this June, I'm going to be doing a whole new pride line because not only are Labubus out, as much as I love them, but putting those on my table kind of invites people to let me know how much they hate Labubus. Unfortunately, I really love them, but they're Labubus. I hate those things. I think they're so creepy. I just feel bad. So no more Labubus. I'm gonna be doing like gestures for all the pride flags that I want to do. And my Labubus are kind of copy and paste. So just with like different coloring and accessories. So I'm definitely going to get to have a little bit more free range in my designs for those. And I'll be streaming them here. Thankfully, I get to have a little bit of an audience to see what's to come. Let's see, there we go. I want to give him like an actual eyeball instead of it just like pointing off into the void. They were, yeah, they're a little bit of a fan favorite, at least to those who love Labubus. But working on something a little more generic will definitely expand who can purchase my Pride line. You know, you don't have to love Labubus. So that's number 2 on things that are coming. 1 is more of these portraits. Hopefully I can put them like, oh, I can just imagine putting them all together. There's gonna be 14 in total, and having like a big poster with all of them. Oh, that'd be amazing. So lots of Kingdom Hearts portraits, and then new Pride line. Yeah, I'm excited. Alright, let's do a little bit of highlight on the eyelid. Yeah. More dimension. More dimension. Yeah, well, there's 14 organization members, because I want to include Shion. So we have Xemnas, Xigbar. Let's see if I can do them in order. I don't think I can. No. Xemnas, Xigbar, I don't know, Vexen, I can't remember who's number 3. Zaldin, Zexion, Lexius, Axel, Demix, Marluxia, Larxene, Luxord. Luxord is his name. We found out. And then Roxas and Shion, of course. But I already have Cyax, Zexion, and Lexius. Of course, we always got Axel's memorized. Alright, his eyes are looking much more defined now. I'm gonna bring this shine kind of down. No, I want to bring the shine down. I don't want to bring the dark circles up. Let's see, where's my dropper? Do this. There we go. Just to match the other eye. I think the other eye has a little bit more of a drop down than he does. All the members are going to be grayscaled. I tried to do color beforehand, and while the one for Larxene turned out really well, there were other members where it just didn't really work out. And I want to practice kind of like my values and everything. Oops. I felt it was more dramatic, and I was going through like a time in my life where I was kind of stressed out. I say kind of, but I did wind up having like a heart attack due to the stress. So while I was in recovery, I wasn't feeling the best, and I wound up doing a lot of like grayscale. So this is kind of just a continuation of that. No, it's okay. I made a full I made a full recovery. I had like a cane for like a year and a half, but no caffeine, lots of rest. I am feeling much better now. Um, at the beginning, I couldn't even watch anime. I was watching Attack on Titan, and there was some very exciting scenes towards the end, and it would just hurt my heart. Hello, first time chat from a it would hurt my heart to watch anime, so I had to rest a little more. It worked out, I I definitely got to where I needed to be, and then now I'm no cane. I can do conventions again. There we go. His eyes are so pretty now. Anime is good to watch, but if it's too exciting, you might have to rethink your anime choices. Maybe a nice slice of life. Yeah, here he is. And the rest of his hair. Yeah, he's starting to look good. Thank you so much. I rarely whip out this art style because it takes a long time to do, but we're having fun with it tonight. Let me see. I could add like more highlight on like his nose and finish defining his lips. I've heard a lot of great things about Apothecary Diaries, and one of my vendor friends just recommended it to me. And after enough recommendations, yeah, why not? Why not? I hadn't watched an anime since Attack on Titan, since finishing it, until like yesterday. I hadn't watched an anime in like 2 years, and then I was like, you know what? I think I was just really inspired after I just finished a Comic-Con the other weekend, and I caught the cold. I caught the cold at Comic-Con, so that's why I'm a little stuffy right now. But being there, yeah, the inspiration for being an artist and anime, and I finally finished. I think it was like a slice of life. It was and you think there is never. Oh, and you thought there is never a girl online. I think it was really cute. The main like girl in there, voiced by Mikasa from Attack on Titan, and she sounds way different. I'll tell you that. But it was cool to see another side. I was like, this voice is really good. Who does it? Dungeon Meshi. Oof. I was never bored watching that anime. One of my tops for sure. Like the ending left me with like butterflies. I was so as they headed deeper into like a part of the dungeon that no one's ever been before. Oh my god. And then they take an elevator that just goes straight down. And oh my god. I had heebie-jeebies. I was so oh my god. I freaking love Dungeon Meshi. I want to read the manga because I don't know if I can wait for season 2. Let's give them a little bit of I don't know what they're called, but they're like the lip fat that goes under here. And then this part is part of his chin, so we'll just kind of extend that. I want to give him a little more definition. Xemnas is I'd say he's older. He's like 10 years older than Terra. So he's not old like Lord Xehanort or Master Xehanort. But he is an adult, so he can't look too much like a doll. Which is actually, my art style is quite heavily inspired by ball-jointed dolls. Um, a lot of the sketches that I created for these guys, let's see if we can. Yeah, a lot of the sketches that I did were based off of ball jointed doll um, images. So I kind of lined up the eyes and ooh, that's a great silhouette of hair right there. There we go. Actually, since he's kind of facing that way, and I like the silhouette of that, I'm gonna shave off. Before I forget, I'm gonna shave off half of this guy, so it's not as fluffy on that end. And he actually looks like he's turning his head to the side. Like I said, I don't think there was a single episode in Dungeon Meshi where I was bored. And considering it is one of those, I think it's a 24 episode anime. You know, there's parts where it lulls, but Dungeon Meshi, I don't think it lulled for me. There we go. We're gonna cut into his hair a little here. Okay. Eyes done. I want to know if I should give him eyelashes, but I don't know if I should. I'm gonna do another layer, and then we'll test out the eyelashes. Row, you are the second person to ever engage with me here on Twitch, because I am a new Twitch streamer. I have just started today. And honestly, having 2 people is already exceeding my expectations. On Instagram, I tend to have like just my followers tune in, but like you kind of have to like keep the tab open on your phone for like a long time, and you can't really do anything else. So if you want to go check your messages, you have to leave the stream, and then I put on lo-fi like I do right now, and it gets kind of late night quiet. I tend to stream like maybe 10 p.m. for people who can't stream, for people who can't sleep. But now I was like, okay, let's do 7 p.m. That's when like everyone's days are starting to end. If you have nothing to do on a Saturday night, was that too much eyelashes? That's looking kind of cute though. I don't know. I just start drawing Journey Against It. Oh, yay! Yes! Drawing buddies! I am definitely trying to take a step up in marketing myself as an artist. Ooh, maybe... Yeah, I'm liking this. Maybe I won't go too juicy with the eyelashes, but this is definitely where it's at. Okay, so that one's pretty thick. I don't know if we want to... Oops, too much. Your favorite fictional podcast? What, pray tell, would that podcast be? He looks less like Xemnas with this. Oh my god. I did the layer on the hair layer. Wonderful, wonderful. Okay, so we're just gonna erase the eyelashes, because they're on the wrong layer anyway. And then we're going to... Actually, this eye already looks like it has like a good amount of eyelash, or at least like eyeliner or something. So we're gonna do... That's why when I added eyeliner, it looked so much more juicy on one side than the other, because that eye already has eyeliner. There we go. Let's add a little right here. There we go. Still looks like Xemnas, kinda. I'm gonna play with the layers just to look around, just to see. Oops, now he's gone. Okay, skin, hair. Hair without skin. Skin with hair. Yeah, he's looking perfectly normal. What I am gonna do is... Yeah, okay. Let's add shadow to the skin where the hair is gonna cover. And I'm so glad you know Kingdom Hearts Outlaw Cakes. Because it is kinda niche, but well, I don't know. I don't know where Kingdom Hearts stands in how well known it is versus how well liked it is. I don't think I've ever met someone who like viscerally hated Kingdom Hearts. They've always just been like, I don't know, man, it's a Disney game. I'm not really into like simple games like that. And I was like, that's cool. You play your Fallout Outlast stuff. I like the vibes, honestly. Kingdom Hearts 2 is your favorite. I am at a top Chain of Memories for the story and Dream Drop Distance. Kingdom Hearts 1 is such my nostalgia, dude. I cannot with my nostalgia for Kingdom Hearts 1. So much so that when I played Final Mix and they had changed like several of the characters, like the enemies, their color palette, I was so confused. Like, what do you mean this guy's purple and green now? He was red and gold. Red and gold is one of my favorite color combinations. So I definitely got a little riled up with that. But Chain of Memories has got to be my favorite story, which is funny because it's my least favorite gameplay, as is mostly everybody's. Dream Drop Distance is cute for the Heartless designs. Yeah. I think I played Chain of Memories. I played Kingdom Hearts when I was like 9. And then I played Kingdom Hearts 2. 1, then 2. That makes sense. I didn't really get it. The beginning, I was just along for the vibes. Yeah, it turns out Chain of Memories goes between those two. And then I understood a lot. Oh, you know what? I think his forehead's really small. His forehead's like the same as his chin, almost. So the cards was a decision. It happened. It definitely did. All right, so let's take the hair back a little. Little receding Xemnas. Let's blend out that shadow so we can see a little bit better his forehead. I'm really into the Kingdom Hearts manga, and because it's the humor in there is crazy. You'd think Kingdom Hearts was a comedy. The way they depict Xemnas as this dramatic master who is always kind of sermoning, like he's performing a sermon at the moon, at the Kingdom Hearts moon. Yeah. Let's see. He looks a little better, I think. Nah, I think he looks better. He's pretty, if anything. Always been pretty. You know what? His head is really leaning into that tilt. So what I'm gonna do is kind of uh rearrange his neck, if anything, because his neck it should go the other way. Yeah, there's a Kingdom Hearts manga. It started like a long time ago, so it's got that like if you get one online, it's either really expensive or it's yellow. But it's so hilarious. I don't know how to put it. The gags that they add into the manga are just chef's kiss. You should look it up. I wonder if you can find any of it online. Let me see. Yeah, his neck. There we go. His neck's starting to move in the right direction. The only thing with streaming is that I can't scribble because it lags. Yes, they've even started making, or may have completed, the manga all the way up to Kingdom Hearts 3. So we have a couple volumes for Kingdom Hearts 1. It's been published twice. So there's like an abridged version and then like the original version. We have Chain of Memories. It's one of my favorites. We have like 5 volumes for 358 over 2 days. I don't know what it was with that story, but they really wanted to just painstakingly go through this beautiful story, make you cry with it. Kingdom Hearts 2 is like it's like 3 volumes. I don't know. It's not bad. And I don't know how many volumes Kingdom Hearts 3 is. I think they have like light novels for some of the other games that you can find a little bit more information. Like, oh! There is any meaning behind 24-Hour Dreamer? Yes. I came up with this quite deliberately so. So, I am a super big daydreamer. It was quite a problem when I was younger. But I really like daydreaming. So much so that I've turned my daydreams into an entire published novel, circa 10 years ago. But I wanted to become like a dream interpreter. I wanted to get into like psychic-y stuff when it came to dreams. I wasn't really good at it, but it was still like my personality for a while. I read a lot of sleep guides to improve my dreaming experience. And those sleep guides did. I'm not a lucid dreamer, but I can recall up to like 5 dreams a night. Like every time I go into REM sleep. Some days I don't recall my dreams, but I can recall quite a lot of my dreams. So I am dreaming at night quite a bit. I am dreaming in the day quite a bit. Whether I am awake or asleep, I am dreaming. Even with my goals, my aspirations, I'm a huge dreamer. So I call myself 24-hour dreamer because it is nonstop. Ooh, that shading does look good. With it off and then on. Oh yeah. Yeah, that's good. Okay, I'm gonna add the shading to... Should I add it? I'll keep it separate. I can't wait to add my light source at the end of this. Like right now, he just has like his normal definition, but I'm gonna be adding like my light source and then have like shadow, like I guess under here. So I guess my light source would come from over here. What next? What next? Let's throw down his coat. Let's do that. Just so I know what hair I'm drawing onto what. Okay, so the gesture on the image also has a super big meaning. So I said earlier that I started drawing seriously around 11, 12. I started with Kingdom Hearts. That's why I went on a rant about it. Um, I was into like the Kingdom Hearts, Organization 13, but also like Tim Burton and other sorts of like macabre stuff. So like Coraline, everything that a middle schooler could be into at that point. Um, and I really got into like certain doodles. So some of them were like mouths, eyes, just like practicing facial features, I suppose. But I would draw this little jester. He was like my thing. I would do like a little Jack in the Box, um, with this big creepy smile and these beady little eyes. And we were making a portfolio, uh, like a folder, I suppose, to house all of our creations in art, because of course, in middle school, I chose my elective to be art. I did a huge jester, a huge Jack in the Box with a big creepy smile and little beady eyes, and nobody liked that. You know how kids are, just too much, like, oh, it's creepy, it's weird, like, I don't like it. I was getting super bullied about it, and I wound up. I was like, you know what? I'm not gonna do this for my portfolio. I'm gonna do something else. So I wound up ripping up that portfolio to start all over because I had done like the whole front side. Even my PNG tuber character is Jester now. Oh, cute! Tarot called the Fool. Ah, yes. When I said I was a bad dream interpreter, I found out that I was a really good tarot card reader. So that's what I wound up doing. But onto the fact that I ripped up this jester. It became quite a big shame of what people want to see from my art versus what I want to do. I used to do a little bit of like surrealism, crazy stuff. And people were like, ew, that's so weird. That's so creepy. Not to mention I was introverted, so pick on the shy girl. I think I started doing like anime portraits because I liked anime. And that got a lot of attention. Wow, that looks so good. Wow, you could have your own anime one day. Looking back on the drawings, I don't think they were you could have your own anime one day quality, but the show of the change in support, it really affected me. So I stopped drawing like crazy creepy stuff and switched to just cute anime things. It wasn't a couple years ago, maybe a year ago, where oh, my sister loves the Magus Archives. I have to get into it. The important character is a scary jester. Yeah, I mean, back then that scary jester was my thing, and I abandoned him for years and years and years. And when I started doing art events, my friend at the time who was sharing the table with me had a visceral fear and hatred of clowns. So even if I wanted to include him into my marketing or draw clowns, I didn't, out of respect, of course. Um, but like I said, a year ago, I rebranded. I was no longer friends with that person, and I wanted to get into drawing things that made me happy and expressed who I was as a person, instead of just more cute anime portraits. Uh, my logo, I used to have this little like Cupid doll angel thing that I had, but changing my logo, I decided to do something that really meant a lot to me. This little guy, I'm going back to my roots. I'm gonna draw what expresses me as me the most. So I got this little Jack in the Box guy going. I added a little bit of like my art journey spin on him. So instead of beady eyes, he's got like these 1920 cartoon eyes. He's got little blushies. I might like redo his smile, just like the line work to make it a little bit more like balanced. Like I'm not a graphic design artist, so he came out a little like thick lines here, thin lines there. Yeah, I want to balance him out, but that's what my logo is. It's a return to my roots. Um, I want to, but I have to be careful what I put on a public display since I do these art markets and conventions. So I do have a fan art of The Summer Hikaru Died, that recent horror BL, and it's a little bit more compositional. Like there's two full body characters, there's imagery, there's symbolism. I want to do more of that, but I don't want to do anything that like organizers would be like, uh, let's put let's put some duct tape on that. Let's censor that, you know? So I really want to, but I have to find out what is sensible for me. Cuz I like a lot of weird little oh, my cat just jumped up on my desk. Wow. I like a lot of well, what's how do I explain it? Like toothy gums, uh, anything like symbolically cute, not cute, symbolically makes a whatever looks good. Honestly, play around. Yeah, gotta play around the censorships. I do have one image right now that is censored, that has to be censored because his whole bottom half is out. As accessorized as he is, his whole bottom half is out. So I have to add my logo sticker on top of it, add the like show ID for 18 plus, and he's like my only drawing like that. But it is something I want to gear towards. Because with my previous setup, it was all pink and rainbow, and it attracted a lot of children. Versus like I'm more alternative in real life. All the alternative people would walk by my booth and not say hi, and I would get so sad. I was like, "No, I'm queer and alternative. Come back." But I'm sitting behind this pink booth. My booth now is lovingly red, black, and gold. It's kind of dark theater themed, and I actually get people with similar interests now coming up to my booth. Um, but yeah, I have other than like my censored fool that I have that I just mentioned, I was really getting into drawing slime girls. And while they don't have any like nudity, quote quote, that would need censoring, they were suggestive. And that was also getting people to be like, "Oh, don't look there." Pastel goth, right? Pastel goths would be such a understanding audience to what, like, you have a pastel booth, you draw in a pastel goth, especially since cute stuff is often alternative, like hot topics like half pastel now these days. Um, Cute frogs, cute mushrooms, like all sorts of things. But I don't know. Guess it's just how you market yourself at this point. I am droning on, wonderfully so, because at the beginning it was hard for me to do two things at once. So talking while opening up menus and starting this drawing was like chewing bubblegum and walking at the same time. But now this hair is looking really good. And I'm doing it while yammering to you guys. Which is good. Which is good. One of the pieces of advice that I was given from one of my vending friends was like, hey, you gotta talk, and if there's no one there, get used to talking to an empty chat. Just assume there's people there. And I was like, yeah, I got you. I've done this before, kinda, maybe. Oh, because I'm talking about stuff I'm passionate in. I mean, what's the alternative? Like, talk about stuff you don't really care about? This is my stream. I think I get to share a little bit about my art and myself, if that's not the point of it. I think I put somewhere like if you join my stream, you can learn a little bit more about me and my art, because there's not many opportunities when sharing on socials to talk about yourself and well, I mean, I guess that depends, because you can definitely put it in the description, but this is a little bit more personhood based, because you get to hear my voice and we're not limited to a text box. As sick as I am right now, sick as I am, I'm definitely getting better, I'll say that. Let me see. I need to add this layer. Oops. I need to add the hair to the skin. Because remember, if you remember earlier, I did half of the hair on the skin layer and then half of the hair on the hair level. So this part right here isn't blending out. There we go. Now it is. It's a little choppy, but it works. So I definitely, when I said I started drawing at 11, 12, I definitely started learning digital at like 12, 13. My dad got me Photoshop. What was it? Photoshop Elements 7, 9. It was something way back there. I think they're on like 13 now. Who knows? And I taught myself Photoshop at like 12. So I would draw on there. I would open up like a blank canvas. I would use their pens. I was like decent at it, considering I was like, up until that point, I was like drawing on Microsoft Paint. I was like using the line tool and just doing my best. But yeah, I learned a lot. There's still like gaps in my knowledge because I was self-taught. So these days I'll look up like how to make patterns, how to customize your brushes and things like that I don't even know what I don't know. But because I learned Photoshop, it was easy to get into something like Clip Studio Paint. Or I think after Photoshop I learned Paint Tool Sci. That was really nice. The stabilization, the like blending, really cool. And then once my Paint Tool Sci expired, because I did not have that legally, I purchased Clip Studio Paint, so I have this legally for sure. And I've just been slowly learning. I still don't do things like I need to learn to like use the assets over here, the patterns, 3D models, the textures, you know. I've yet to really explore and take advantage of those. I just kind of use it to draw this and that. He's looking fine. He's looking real good. This is exciting. Let's go ahead and continue. Oh, cool. Bye. Let's go. Let's go. There we go. Wasn't blended correctly. Pirate. I didn't get it until you said it, and it's so funny. It's so good. I had a friend the other day be like, "I'm not explaining the joke, because then it won't be funny." And I'm like, "It's not funny because you haven't explained it. I don't get it." And I've had people who have been really nice and explained the joke begrudgingly. And once I get it, it's funny. Okay, I'm gonna go back down to this side because I was really good at working bottom up. So let's go ahead and do that. Yeah, you are so correct. A true joke can still be funny when you explain it. I like explanations. They help us. As a kid, I was always like, but I was that kid who would ask, why? But why? We can't wear our hats inside. Why? What is the purpose? Like, I'll comply. I just want to, like, I'm just curious. It'll help me understand and comply. Like, I'll do it. Oops, there we go. Some wispies, some wispy hairs. Oops. I brought down that border again. There we go. And oh, there we go. It took me to a different layer, so my pen wasn't showing up. I almost forgot that my little VTuber model was on. I have I designed the little guy that I want on IMVU, actually, if you've heard of the chat site IMVU. I lived on that for a really long time, but I like the avatar creation, and I have an OC that I definitely he's been pink, he's been black, and my table's been pink, and or you know, pink themed and black themed, and my table's been pink themed, and now I'm black themed. It always depends on you know, where I'm at in life, my mood. But I've drawn the pink version, and I've commissioned the pink version lots of times. But now that I'm black themed, we're gonna give the other guy a try. So they have the same design, you know, like classic femboy haircut. But we're gonna give this guy like a little hat, little clown hat. We're gonna give him some cool clothes, accessories I'm not really good with. I might ask for some input from some friends who YouTube. Let me see. Does this side of his hair look too fluffy? Maybe. I like how this side rests on his shoulder and comes down as well. Let's give him a little bit of a haircut. There we go. Now he's got a little bit more of the mullet that he has. First time chat from Unequal Mountaineer if 5. Interesting, interesting. Yes, his mullet sticks out a little bit more this way. Yes, I did see that that was a bot, but hello, Astro Gaming Fuel. I do know who you are, and I'm so happy to have you here. The strawberry gaming fuel is so smooth, so delicious, and gets me through my day. If I can say, you know. Well, we can count that as my first bot, if anything. Like that's still. Oh well, thank you for following. I really appreciate it. This is like I said, my first stream, so I'm enjoying everything that comes with it, even the bots. As long as I don't catch anything from them, I'll be fine. Okay, there we go. Now that his hair has been properly trimmed on this side, we're gonna go ahead and get that working from the bottom up. So let's do this layer, let's do this color, and let's do this pen. Awesome, okay. Here we go. Ooh, I think Oh, I apologize. I like to run around at the conventions. Um, so if I wasn't in the restroom, I was running around, antsy as all hell. Um, and then Friday, of course, I didn't have a helper. So I apologize, yeah. I think there was one other person that stopped by. You could have! You could have left a note, or texted me since I know you. I think there was one other person I knew from the central markets that stopped by. When I was in the restroom, my helper was able to let me know. And I was like, darn it, if they had waited like 2 minutes, I would have been back. Yeah, you know what? That's fair. That's fair. But I appreciate you stopping by. I will always have more Claybees in the future. Um, Trimple, the sad one, was actually pretty popular. I thought he wouldn't be. He wasn't really cute. He was more like sad and creepy. But people seem to like him. People seem to like him. Um, I thought someone who does like creepy clowns would have liked Dr. Twisty, but no, Dr. Twisty did not go home that weekend. Let me see how this is looking. Awesome. Okay, not too bad. I like the other side way more. Yeah, go have a good dinner, and if I'm here when you're there, I'll be here. Yeah. If you're here when I'm here, I'll be there. Yeah, that other side looks way better. And I don't know if it's because of the like roughness of the gouache pen or the highlights. Yeah, actually let's add more definition instead of it being just kind of muddy. So we're gonna have a strand here. This strand goes back there. Yeah, okay. So now he's got some crossing strands. This one will come up here. and then this front is a strand, and this one down here is a strand. Perfect! Yeah, that looks a little better, with a little more definition. Let's add some shadows too. Not too dark. There we go. Now he has some locks, some separations, some strands. So funny thing about my tablet pen refills, which I hope you find. I have not changed my tablet pen nib in like a decade. I don't know what I did to it, if it's just got like this film on it maybe, where it's just shiny, smooth, and scratching at the pad that way. It's not wearing down. I haven't replaced this nib in like 10 years, maybe more. I keep it keeps me on my toes. Like I feel like I'm going to need to someday, but it's immune, at least for now. I'm really glad to have fellow artists watching my stream. I wasn't really sure about. I know Twitch was originally like for gaming and such, but I've heard good things about artists streaming here, and some of my favorite artists stream on here. Uh, Gosh, I don't know their name, but the artist for Ava's Demon. Oh, God, I've been following Ava's Demon for years. But they have like a little self-designed VTube model, and like I said, I can't wait to get my own. I found a good website that I don't know, the commissions are just really affordable. They were recommended by a streamer that I follow on Instagram. A leatherworking guy. I looked in the art tab to kind of get an idea of how many what people were doing with their streams, and yeah, I saw people like just like doing canvas art, like paintings IRL, and they just have it like pointed at their setup. It's really cool. It doesn't even have to be a computer based thing. I think it's come really far. It's really nice to see. All right, highlights for the back of his hair are put down. My cat keeps trying to join me. Let's see if I can give her a little space to sit down at. She does love to sit in this little hutch on my dresser, on my desk. But I've put stuff there, so she can't really join me. Yeah, it is really relaxing. I think that's why I used to really stream past like 10 p.m. on Instagram, because the night would be quiet, people wouldn't be able to sleep, and I'd give them some lo-fi and some soothing. 6 followers out of 24 followers. I just got a little notification. I started this stream with 2 because they were my friends. But I set a little goal for 24 followers because I'm 24-hour dreamer. And I thought 24 was just a cute number to reach for when it comes to that. Um, but yeah, gosh, I haven't even been watching because I don't have it set up to where I can see how many people are in my chat or how many people are watching or things like that. Um, which I think can be good. It can be good to not really worry about the numbers until you hit those types of goals. Um, it's good to practice those little healthy habits. Even though I've never been one to scrutinize myself over numbers, I think going into an I want to expand my reach type artist. It's good to not scrutinize while you do it. All right, so all the highlights are up on the top portion. So now I'm gonna go in and add some shadows. Starting with, actually, this could use some shadows too, because I wanted to make the bangs like not, what is the word, defined. I wanted to make them give them dimension. Yes, there we go. Give the bangs dimension. So let's do that over here. So there's this guy right here. Why isn't that blending, actually? Oh, it's the shadow from the... I guess I'll merge that with the hair because I can't blend it if it's not. There we go. Okay, that's looking well enough. Let's continue. I was gonna take a second to like evaluate my work and be like, yeah, that looks good, but I was like, no, not yet. Keep going. There we go. Let's define these tips and add shadow under them. Oops, too much shadow. Yeah, I'll have to save up a little bit for my VTube model, but like I said, I found a pretty good place um, to get commissions, and since mine's probably really simple, it's um, it'll be fine. I'll get there. It's a goal of mine, and we will see to it when we see to it. For now, Sheepy Girl is gonna help us through it. Sheepy, I wonder if she should have a name or what have you. Yeah, those bangs are looking defined. Okay, we're gonna imagine that some of his hair is tucked behind his ear. I think that would be really cool. Speaking of, I need to draw his ear. One, I think it's a little too high. Two, that should have been done with the skin. Oh, man. Okay. You know what I'm gonna do? God. Should I? I'm thinking of just like erasing the skin, the ear, and then like putting it on another layer. Because the skin and the hair are combined. Yeah, there we go. Bye-bye, ear. Too bad, so sad. Do you use those gloves? So, I have those gloves, but only for traditional art, because my hands tend to be a little sweaty, and I smear, like, the graphite or the ink when I'm working with it. For digital, I am using, like, one of them plastic tablets that you hook up to your laptop. So I don't really need one because my hand doesn't mess up any type of like pressure on the. So let's see, his ear would go here. It's always good to have extra pen tip refills. Let's see. Actually, his ear should be a little bit more at an angle. Yeah, that looks way better. I think. Yeah, let's just say it looks better. Woo! Alright, and we're gonna fill that in with some skin texture. When I used to color my drawings traditionally, when I used to color like the skin and then I'd like get down to the hair, I'd almost always realize I forgot to color in the ear. It was insane. It was insane. And actually, I wonder, because in the sketch he has like a little bit of an ear on this side. So let me see if that. Yeah, maybe. Because consider, let's do this on another layer. Consider the ear comes out of the nose right here. Oops. And then the tip of the ear would be like by the eyebrow. And then of course his head is at an angle. So this ear would start here, and then here it is at the eyebrow. So this ear would actually peek in under the hair, and you wouldn't see the tip unless you saw like the corner like that. Okay, so let's erase these guidelines. Oops. Is that my eraser? Oh, I'm using a soft kneaded eraser, that's why. Okay, switch that. Bottom ear or bottom ear and top ear? Let's do just the bottom ear. Let's say the top is nestled nicely in his hair. Let's make it a little darker because it's in the shadow. Yeah, there we go. And we'll add sometimes I'll just completely improvise an ear. Because you never know there's always something going on with ears. I was a piercer for a little while, and I saw quite a lot of ears. One thing I'll say is it's very rare for two ears to be symmetrical. They're almost always different. Okay, that's good. Let's just pretend that's good. That's a little dark, so we'll probably go in and add some more shading later, but that'll be when I do the lighting layer. I do know my lobes, but only my lobes. I don't much pay attention to the inner ear canal because we wouldn't do any cartilage piercing where I worked. We would just do earlobes. So I never paid much attention to what was going on inside. Ooh, that looks good though. Look at the earlobe poking out. That looks great. Let's go and try our best with the cartilage up here. So we're gonna get a smaller brush and a lighter color. So I know you're gonna have this outer ridge right here. And this inner ridge. And this part pokes out. And then you can have like that. And then the lobe is like down here. So this would be the canal and other stuff would be going on there. But I have two, like I can feel it on one side of my cartilage. There's nothing here. And then on the other side, there's like a whole like divot on this side. There's like a whole divot in there. And you can't really see your own ears. So it's a mystery. And then when I explain it to people, like they're like, what do you mean? And since it's the cartilage inside, you can't really see it. It's a little too ribby, isn't it? Let's add some highlights. Especially since our light source will be coming from that way. Alright, not bad, not bad. It's a little pokey outy, but it's good, it's good. Was that a sponge? This is dry gouache. Gouache. No, this is gouache, not dry gouache. And then for the eraser, I'm using a kneaded eraser. So this is kind of what it looks like. It looks a little spongy, very natural sponge. Oh, I missed your message. Cartilage piercing sounds painful. It heals completely different. There's a completely different process for it. And you really have to take care of them. They're a little more painful. There's a bigger crunch when it goes through. just to scare you. I don't have any cartilage piercings myself. Actually, is this like even aligned? His earlobe is like here, and then it goes like. I don't have any cartilage piercing. I do have a tongue piercing. And I got that because I heard it was a great way to not like bite your like lips and cheeks anymore. It has not stopped me from biting my lips and cheeks. I think I will get more piercings to accommodate it. But I guess if you're gonna go for painful piercings, I've got the worst one out of the way. Or at least I think it's one of the worsts. There we go. Now his ears are a little bit more in proportion. So I guess we just finish the hair. And then we'll do lighting. Okay, so funny story. When you do get your tongue piercing, they give you a long bar because your tongue's gonna swell. Mine did for sure. And it's gonna need to accommodate for that spacing. So they give you a long bar. That long bar, and especially when you're just getting used to this piercing, that's essentially what causes people to chip their teeth. I think while I was eating, the bar like moved like over to the side, and I did bite down on one of the balls, and it chipped my molar just a little bit off the top. Nothing too intense, you know. But yeah, I always recommend now, like if you are gonna get a tongue piercing, be uber careful, and then as soon as you can change it, go with the plastic balls. Don't do stainless steel, don't do titanium. The bar, of course, yeah, whatever metal safest. But the balls, you want them to be plastic, so that way when you bite down on them, like you are going to, the ball breaks instead of your tooth. Because I think once I had these little, like, funny enough, they were little jawbreakers. My balls were plastic jawbreakers. So when I bit down on them, it broke. It broke in my mouth. It was crazy. But at least my teeth were safe. Oh, honestly, I think the fact that I had 8 years of braces was the only thing that got me through the pain of my tongue piercing healing. Because the initial pinch, yeah, painful. Why wouldn't it be? But the healing, oh my god. It took me 20 minutes to eat a slice of pizza, like on the like second or third day. Yeah, I'd recommend like liquids for sure. I couldn't do nothing. I had an accident for like a whole week. Nice, nice. Okay, so this is the light source area, so we're gonna add a lot of highlight up here. Or at least enough before we like actually work on the lighting part. But it always helps to kind of build these layers. So if you could add any shading to your base, that'll help direct the light. Was it really that painful? Like I said, I've had braces before, so it was about as painful as the worst times I've had braces. Like when they first tighten them, when they tighten your braces and you're having like this difficult time eating, I'd say it was about like that, because you don't realize how much you use your tongue for like talking and eating, but especially eating. But now it doesn't feel like there's anything in my mouth at all. It's cool when I talk. It flashes at people and they ask me questions about it. But I want to get snake bites, because like I said, I'm a chronic lip biter. Like I peel my lips to their bleeding, and I try my best not to do it. I remedy with chapstick, but if I'm not biting on my lips, I'm biting on my cheeks, like the insides where my tongue is. So I really just want to kind of get snake bite rings. The Titan pain. Yeah. I've never broken a bone, so I couldn't say. But yeah, braces are a different type of. Yeah, so recently I went to the convention and I was in cosplay. So I didn't have I could not bite my lips because I had makeup on. And what I wound up doing instead of biting my lips was biting the insides of my cheeks, the insides of my lips. Gosh, it's crazy. So hopefully if I get some more metal around my mouth, I will stop with the biting. At least temporarily. I read this book where they did it. He had a problem with biting his fingernails, and so they were just trying different remedies. And I think by the end of the book, they just got him like a tongue piercing. Oops. There we go. Let's get him. Let's get him a hairline. Um, I have lo-fi music on, and I tested it a little bit earlier to kind of see what volume was working. Is it something you can hear? It's not like running over like is the volume mixing correct, or is it too quiet or too loud? I changed my mind on the hairline. You know what it is? I think his eyes are like not distance. The volume's good. Awesome, because I forgot it was there. It's so quiet, but I think the volume mixing hits really good when I tested it out. Yeah, his eyes are a little off. We're gonna bring out our good friend, the liquefy tool. Then we're gonna add a little bit of shading up here. Bring this eye in. You know what? I think I like this eye better than the other one. So let's see if we can match. There we go. We're gonna add a little bit of white on top. So this one looks like they're looking down a little more. Loading, loading. Retrieving my preferences in case my whole Clip Studio paint crashes. Though it's taking its time. There we go. There we go. Now he looks like he's looking a little bit more down. Because this eye was going up here, and this eye was going down there. But I'm still gonna make it like a little bit more. If his eyes are closer to the center, he looks a little bit more focused. He looks a little better. Yeah, let's say he does. He looks a little bit more like he's focusing in on you, at least somewhat. They do match his personality. And then I've got his pecs all the way up to here, and his ear is good, and his hair is good. I think we can move on to the lighting. Actually, okay, I'm gonna open up another one of my portraits because I don't remember how I did the background. So let's bring up Lexius here, my most proud. Right. So it looks like I actually did some texture on the background, and it's mostly white. I was just gonna throw black into the background, but yeah, I guess I did like a striking background, white glow, and then the black. So that's what we're gonna do here. Let me put his ear on the right there. Yeah, his hair took me quite a while. I'm pretty happy with the way it came out. I did a lot of liquify tool on him, but I really love my Lexius, even though he's not one of my favorite characters. Let's see, hatching. Was it gauze? I guess it was gauze. Let's do a little bigger. No, it wasn't gauze. It was cross hatching or something like that. Yeah, there we go. Let me see how. Oh, I did quite a lot. So much so that. Oh. It looks like. It looks like there's like a gray gradient though. This one, this is the brush that I used. Yeah, there we go. I used a mixture of this gauze brush and the cross hatching. Okay, there, and then let's do cross hatching. I'm gonna reverse it though, because he takes up quite a bit of. Well, I don't know, because his hair's white. So if the background accompanying him is white, I'll make it smoky. And then we'll add our lighting, and it'll be a little better. Unless we give him like, yeah, there we go. Now with this gray, you can see the white of his hair a little better. Awesome. Okay, lighting time. So, how do we want this to go? I do like this gauze cloud, so maybe we can start with that. So we're going to do multiply and do our shadows. Let's get a smaller brush. Nope, too small a brush. I don't know if that makes the shadow too murky, but I'll definitely blend it out. Yeah, that makes it's a little too crazy with that one. So let's go to Dry gouache. That's too intense. Low opacity. Bigger brush. That also makes it kind of crazy. And because it's such a big brush, it makes my computer lag. Yeah, this will definitely have to be blended out, but it's all in the process of things. And then let's add some shadow on his lips too. Yeah, we trust the process in this house. And then we'll add a little on the inside of here. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Let's blend that out. And then I like to play with the layers, so we'll do that too. Let's get a big old painterly blender. Ooh, too big. Like I said, it's lagging my computer. My birthday is in a month, and hopefully I can get myself a new computer, either like a much better laptop or a real desktop. I think that would be really cool. I've never had a desktop in my life, just the family computer when I was a child. All right, we're gonna use a slightly smaller brush because this is not blending out as quickly as I wanted to. With I guess with so many programs running, it really gets to or I can just use a big brush and go slow instead of a small brush that goes fast. Big brush that goes slow. Yeah, there we go. Much better. Well, not much better, but it's doable. It's doable. Okay, maybe that brush is too big. Right, a little bit on the forehead, and a little bit down here. And now I always like to see so this is without the lighting, without the shading, and this is, oh, it's freezing on me. It's freezing on me. It's retrieving my preferences in case I crash. There we go. And this is with the shading. All right. Yeah, that looks great. Actually, we're going to mess with the layers a little bit. See which one looks, if there's one that looks better than multiply, we'll find it. But usually multiply is my my go-to. Vivid light doesn't look bad. It's pretty good contrast. Hard mix is a little too hard. Divide is not what we're going for, so it's gonna be multiply. Let me fix up a little bit more of that shading up here, because when I tried on different layers, I saw if they had a higher contrast, I kind of saw where my blending needed to increase. Thank you, thank you. We have just added the shadow, and now we're going to add a little bit of highlight. So let's do, I'm going to do the whitest white, because I can always bring down the opacity. And I really liked that gauze cloud, so we're going to add that. I'm going to add some highlights to his hair. We'll make the brush a little smaller so we can get those edges. There we go. Okay, let's put it on the skin. We're gonna have some right in the forehead area, right on this side of the nose, under his eye, on this plane of the face. And then we blend it, of course. I think I added like less highlight, so I can actually use like a smaller brush to blend it all out. And with these portraits, I really wanted to do like, I guess, a non-airbrushed look like I've done in my other portraits. I wanted to see paint strokes and texture. So if this painterly blender isn't like perfect, I think that's kind of what I'm going for. I want him to look like a portrait, you know? Yeah, once I add the lighting, oh, it all comes together. Let me see. I don't think I added highlight to that nose correctly. I'll have to revisit it. After I finish blending all this out. My pen is working at like a second or two slower than what I'm actually putting it on. So it's really taken my patience to kind of blend this all out. There we go. All right, let's get some nose on that. Yeah, let's say that's right. It looks so interesting right now. But we are going to find the right layer. Welcome back, Astro Gaming Fuel. We have completed the portrait's base, added shadow, and now we are adding highlights. So we're going to go through the layers. This is like darken. So this is darken does nothing because it is a white layer. Multiply color burn, linear burn. We are getting nothing until we go to subtract. Now you can see where all the highlight is. Lighten. Usually with highlights, this one's nice. This one glows. Usually with highlights, a overlay is really good. So this is going to be the overlay with, without and with. So we're going to do overlay, and we're just going to lessen the opacity because he doesn't need to be glowing. There we go. You know what? With this, I want to add a little bit more highlight in his eyes. Like I said, they're yellow, and the yellow eyes in Kingdom Hearts always was one of my favorite things. So let's add a little bit of, let's see how we're going to do this. I'm going to use Dappled Light. Dappled Light? Nah, I'll use something else. There we go. You know how in those old movies they have like just the highlight on the women's faces, like just around the eyes. There you go. Oh, those kind of look like headlights. I kind of wanted them to make them look like window blinds on the eyes. Let's see. There we go. And then we'll blend that out with a regular blender. Yeah, okay, let's add a little bit more over here. And blend it out with a regular blender. And now we get to go back into messing with layers. A Kingdom Hearts rave? Ugh, I know there's like a couple of Kingdom Hearts cosplayers in the area too. So I think I kind of want to do... Was that glow dodge? Yeah! Look at that. Before, and then the after just makes them sparkle. So I'm going to go ahead and blend out the corners. But this glow dodge is actually a really good way to add... We're going to add highlight to the hair maybe a little bit. Just a little bit so that I'm satisfied. And just so he really shines too. I'm going to buff out all the texture from that one highlight over here. You know what? We should have a little bit more lighting, like right down here. Since the light is coming in from over there. There we go. And let's blend it all out. We love our blenders. His peck is so shiny, and his hair is so shiny. Yay! He looks pretty good. I think I will mess with one more thing, and that is a gradient. So what I'm going to do is, that is circle. We're going to do this. And it gives him even more of like kind of a dimension. Subtract, lighten. Oh, it's gonna do the thing again. It's gonna save my preferences in case I can't crash. Alright, so multiply or like overlay. Overlay, yes. He looks good. All right. I I think we're done. One, and I did schedule this broadcast to go about 2 hours. So even though we're only 15 minutes over the broadcast schedule, I think we completed what we needed to do in the time allotted. Um, I am really thankful for you guys coming out to support me for my very first broadcast ever. Um, it was a success. I'll say that it was a success. Um, you guys helped me through it. We got everything we needed to get done. No complaints. No complaints. The only thing I need to do now is figure out how to end the broadcast. So what we're gonna do is probably go to my OBS studio and stop streaming. Bye, guys. Thank you for coming. Thank you for your support. And I hope to see you in the future. I post a lot on my Instagram, and you can find a lot of my stories, my posts. If you live in the area, then you can find my events that I'm going to there, if not conventions. Like I said, I hope to be attending more in the future. Yes, you can follow me on Instagram. I have an online shop now. It has all the prints that I currently have available, both original and fan art. I hope to add stickers and originals, like original like paintings and such on there too later. But for now, it's all prints. And when you pay shipping, etc., I ship it directly from my workspace. So I don't go through like third party like print to order. I will prepare the package just for you. But that is where you can find me between streams. I have my Instagram and my shop linked on my Twitch. And once again, thank you so much for showing up. There's a lot to look forward to the future, and I will see you there in the future.